We're talking with Richard Feliciano, and he's going to explain to us what he thinks is one of the things that's wrong with the American church today.
Well, one of the things that I feel is wrong with the American church today is this seeker-friendly preaching that churches have adopted. And so I'm going to reference scripture. It's 2 Timothy chapter 4, verse 3 through 4. So it says, "For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lust shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And they shall turn away their ears from the truth and shall be turned into fables." So a lot of nowadays in the church, pastors are preaching sermons that the congregation wants to hear, that is going to make them feel comfortable in their current sin that they are in. And to me, this is wrong, because if you preach a soft sermon, it produces hard hearts. And when you preach a hard sermon, it produces soft hearts. And what I mean by that is these soft sermons that they're preaching, when somebody comes to speak truth and to speak sound doctrine, these people get upset and they speak against that, and they say you're bashing the church or you're speaking wrong because you're not speaking what is being taught. So therefore, this seeker-friendly preaching is being accepted, and thus it is establishing hard hearts. So another thing that I feel is wrong with the church today is that pastors are adopting secular business models to grow the church. And this is what I see that's wrong with that. And I'm going to quote scripture on this. So we're going to go to Matthew 16, verse 18. And it says, I'm going to read this in the Amplified Bible. And it says, "And I tell you, you are Peter," Greek Petros, a large piece of rock. And on this rock, is the Greek word Petra, is huge rock, like Gibraltar. "I will build my church, and the gates of Hades shall not overpower it." So if Jesus, listen to his word, he says, "I will build my church." Jesus spoke that for a reason. So if Jesus said he is going to build the church, he's going to do that. So why are pastors adopting a secular business model on how to grow the church? It's not a business. This is Christ's church, and he will build it. So another scripture I want to reference to is Matthew 21. And we're going to go to verse 42 in Matthew 21. Jesus asked them, and he was speaking to the Pharisees, "Have you never read in the scriptures, the very stone which the builders rejected and threw away has become the cornerstone? This is the Lord's doing, and it is marvelous in our eyes." So Jesus quoted the prophecy of Psalms 18:22 here. And in Psalms 118:22, it says, "The stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone." And Jesus in Matthew 21 was referencing himself, that even today that Jesus is being rejected. Because if Jesus says, "I will build my church," and yet churches are adopting secular business models to build the church, they're not accepting Jesus on his command that he says, "I will build it." Speak the truth. Do not adulterate the doctrine, and speak it how it is, because correct doctrine will bring about conviction of sin. Seeker-friendly sermons allow the congregation to feel comfortable in the sin that they are in. Those are two things that I see that is wrong with the church out of the 200-300 that are out there. That's how I feel.